Spoiler warning before watching this video. I would like to let you know that there's a couple bosses that is being shown in this video that were not shown in the initial Tides of Annihilation gameplay. There also is a couple of terrains that were not shown. There's also a couple of stands and or paladins, whatever it is, that were not shown in the initial gameplay. So if you do not want to get spoiled, do not watch the rest of this video, but I appreciate you for clicking. YouTube! All right, so listen. Today we got two videos. We got two videos. It's the 7 minutes of gameplay from IGN for Tides of Annihilation, and then it's another 10-minute video saying the first preview. I don't know if they're talking over it. I know the boss gameplay, they don't have nothing. They're not saying nothing, so I can yap as much as I want. So let's get into it. Already subtle, but look, before we even get into it, they have a skip button, chat. They have a fucking skip button. Game Freak, I'm coming for you, bro, for not having no skip button and Beast of Reincarnation, no skip button and them boring ass, long ass cutscenes. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Just know. Screen look wet. Top left, top right. I'm loving the, god damn. Those was NPCs, bro. They ain't even try to stop your blade, gang. Bro look cold though. Completely unnecessary to do to a bot. No words, just aura. Okay. Sorry, so this is clearly early game because it still had tutorials on the right side. I don't know if y'all seen that. Okay. For anybody worried about if it's a Souls-like or not, it's not, bro. Souls-like games, you don't die. They don't have this on the screen to let you know how to play the game. They just don't, bro. And they also, none of them, you attack with square and or Y, unless you change it yourself. It is a right bumper, right trigger game, or R1, R2 game. It is a hack and slash, very much so. Like I said before, when I first saw this, it gives me like Final Fantasy 16 vibes. I want to see what happens when she gets to this break meter, though. Is there no lock on? I mean, she's locked on, but it ain't really locking on for real. Are you gonna attack? Who y'all got playing this game, bro? Y'all should have had me in there. About to be putting belt to ass on Geraint, or however the hell you say his name. Go crazy, go crazy. Get some damage in though. Nice. One thing I will say though, this game is beautiful, bro. It's been beautiful since the first time we seen it, so at least that stayed. Speaking of beautiful games, what happened to Chrono Odyssey? Unrelated, but it's important. Bro think he Virgil? Yo, he's tweaking. Look at him. Get in there. Get busy. What's this hold LB and Y situation that you're not doing? Yo, this person's scared to fight the boss? They said, bro, this shit gotta be 7 minutes, bro. Take your time. Bro, if you don't get in there. Finally, some cool shit. Get busy. You gonna show us what this hold LB and Y is, or? Okay, that's what it was. Okay. That wasn't nearly as cool as the other thing. Oh shit, he look tough. Oh, he about to start wilding. This still ain't shit though. Get in there, go crazy. Oh yeah. See, in this game, they give you free range to box. I'm sorry, I'm talking like shit. Hold on, let me. The soundtrack is, you know, like the soundtrack is pretty alright. Alright, good. The main character talks shit while you fight. Well, at least she calls on her summons, at least. Always love me a good shit talker. Miss. You ain't get punished for it, though. These cutscenes are tough. Oh, shit. All right, so I can already see now, boy, you're going to be able to move in these boss fights. This person isn't really using, like, the mechanics like that, but if I can see, like, you can slide. You got a little double jump. You got a dash. This one of them games where them combos going to get crazy. There's going to be combo videos on this shit. For sure. Are they countering these? That was a counter, right? Nice. I hope you'll be able to scale that damage in game, because if that's like an ultimate, that barely did anything. Oh, you died? No shot, you died. Oh, you get another. About to die again. Oh, yo, this height 1v. What? Oh shit. 1 HP versus 1 HP. Get that last hit in. Get in there. Ooh. Camera angle just changed for no reason. What was that? Talk your shit though. She don't talk enough. She don't talk enough shit for me. Phase 3.
Master.
Where was you at the whole time, big dog? Oh, he raw. Finish it then, master. Whatever bro name is. Leave it to fucking IGN, bro. Next video.
In Tides of Annihilation, it isn't just London Bridge that's falling down. It's the entire city that's been razed to ruins by an unknown presence invading from a mysterious otherworld. And you're the only human survivor left to stop it. This action-adventure, heavily inspired by Arthurian legend, made a serious splash when it was announced early last year. But I was initially concerned that the fast-paced slash-em-up from first-time developer Eclipse Glow Games may have been all style over substance. However, after spending roughly 2 hours of hands-on time with a preview build at a recent event, I'm happy to say that Tides of Annihilation feels just as exhilarating to play as it is utterly dazzling to watch.
I'm gonna take your word for it, Tristan. It's a very interesting last name.
While I am destined for glory.
While previous Tides of Annihilation trailers have depicted a broken down Big Ben and lopsided London Eye, during my hands-on demo my investigations into its blight-riddled version of Old Blighty were restricted to a ruptured reworking of the British Museum. Referred to here as the Great Russell Museum, presumably for boring legal reasons, this iconic piece of architecture has been torn asunder. buckled and blown apart by twisting branches and rivers of red running through it. It's a unique and captivating experience to wander around a modern structure that's been so significantly warped by otherworldly forces.
Am I wrong in saying, bro, that I feel like the most important thing outside of the ambiance of the game, and the ambiance meaning the soundtrack, the setting, the characters and stuff like that, that all, I'm gonna just say that all counts in ambiance if there's like NPCs in the world and stuff like that. It is how you move in the world they put you in, because if you don't move smoothly throughout the world, that automatically just takes you out of the game, in my opinion. So I don't know if they'll talk about it. I didn't let the video play long enough to see, but I hope that you are able, and we see that you are able to move along this world other than just running like this. Unless the map is so small that it doesn't matter, but then still, call me biased, you know what I'm saying? I like a little movement tech here and there, you know what I mean? Like just something cool to do, like while you in between. If there's not a lot of enemies between one point and another in this game, because it really don't look like you doing much mobbing. From what I saw, or from what we've seen so far, it doesn't really look like you doing much mobbing. So, I don't know.
It feels a bit like you hopped on the tube at Waterloo Station, but accidentally got off somewhere in Elden Ring's Lands Between. This section is apparently several hours into the adventure, so the only context I had for why protagonist Gwendolyn had arrived inside the museum's artifact-lined walls was that she was in search of a shard of the Holy Grail.
The Grail shard is in there.
Assisting in her hunt was Ninian, a young fairy with the ability to transform into a bird. She basically served as a shape-shifting signpost pointing to the next main objective. Gliding away to
I low-key
perch
like
on a
her
piece
fit
of
more than
scenery in
the
order
main
to subtly
character.
indicate the way forward.
I wish I had wings.
But I'm told by the development team that she's an extremely important character to Tides of Annihilation's story.
You're right. Thank goodness.
I also met this bizarre pair of
So I
snake-like
just saw
creatures with hands for heads that
Your
seemed like
fit
they'd slithered
does
straight out of
change,
Jim
but I don't
Henson's
know if it
Labyrinth.
changes based on region or if that's gonna be a thing
But
in the game.
almost everyone else I encountered was desperately trying to kill me.
Okay, here's a little bit of the mobbing that I'm talking about.
Thankfully,
It's only 3
Gwendolyn
people,
is
but
supremely well equipped to conquer any contenders that stand in her way. In addition to a fairly standard suite of sword slashes, dodges, and parries, Gwendolyn has a pair of spectral knights that can be triggered with a well-timed button press to beam in out of the ether with a series of strikes that powerfully punctuate each of her attack combos.
that was
Initially,
tough.
my use of these roundtable knights was less Camelot and more Spam-a-lot, as I gleefully button-mashed my way through the less intimidating hordes that greeted me after my arrival at the museum. But by the time I found myself being tested by the demo's first boss, I'd really started to grasp the subtleties of Tides of Annihilation's setup. You can modify Gwendolyn's strikes by holding a shoulder button to uppercut enemies and juggle them in the air, perform charged attacks to deal heavier damage,
Oh, that's tough.
trigger devastating execution moves once you've lowered an enemy's stagger meter.
Told you,
and
bro.
once
Combo
you've
potential in this game is gonna
successfully
go crazy.
landed enough blows, you can unleash a spectacular ultimate skill attack that rains down electrical bolts that pulverize everyone in their path. Everything feels supremely responsive to pull off, and the silky smooth animations keep it all flowing fluidly from one combo to the next. You can also get strategic in terms of which knights you want to employ. Gwendolyn can have 2 pairs of steel-covered soldiers
Oh,
to
that's
choose
fire.
from at any one time, mapped to the left and right buttons of the D-pad so you can switch between them on the fly.
I was wondering about that. If you were just
As
locked
your
in a
stable
certain amount of them.
sidekicks grows by unlocking new knights from defeating certain sub-bosses, you have the freedom to mix and match these pairs in order to create a loadout that best suits your personal
So you get a
playstyle.
pair.
You might want to pair the short-range specialties
Okay.
of the scythe-wielding Bedivere with Gawain's ability to teleport straight to targets, for example. Or perhaps you'd prefer to partner the guard-breaking attacks of Palamedes with
That
Kay's
shit
ability
looks
to
broken.
temporarily freeze opponents and buy you some breathing space during a battle. There were 5 knights available in my demo, but the developers told me that was just a small sample of the roster that will be available in the finished game. And I'm excited to see how creative the combat can become as Gwendolyn's gaggle of guardians grows. Although it might sound like quite a lot to manage, Tides of Annihilation's greatest magic trick is that it puts you in charge of this spectral horde of King Arthur's cronies without ever bogging down a fight with any form of fiddly micromanagement. Its combat is consistently up-tempo, never sacrificing any speed in favor of strategic flexibility.
Ooh, okay.
Getting
See,
your
I'm already,
combinations
bro.
of knights right and efficiently employing this.
My mind's racing. I'm watching this shit. I'm like, what can I do? What can I do? I could pop him up in the air, hit him with a little Beyblade, knock him down, pick him back up with my uppercut, freeze him in the air, style on him for a second, then hit like some type of burst move, and then hit him with a finisher. Now, mind you, this is all base game shit. I'm assuming there's going to be a skill tree. He's going to get into it. I know, I keep pausing.
In order to overcome Tides of Annihilation's beefier boss encounters. And there were two main story villains to overcome in my demo. After battling my way to the museum's Egyptian wing, I was suddenly teleported into a sand-swept desert realm and pitted head-to-head with the polearm-toting Anubis, who unleashed devastating tornado attacks upon a perilous pair of platforms that made up a giant set of scales.
Oh, that's tough. Wait, why are you showing me
Later
this?
on, I faced off against the surprisingly nimble Mordred inside the museum's library.
You know
in
what?
An extremely cinematic.
That's probably not even the
fight.
best boss, bro. Let me not.
How boring.
Damn, I done spoiled y'all and myself. It's
Mordred
okay. I'm gonna put a
filled me
spoiler
with
warning at the
more
beginning of the
dread
video.
when she eventually emerged from the earth atop a dragon big enough to intimidate a Targaryen, forcing me to take evasive measures as she swooped down and engulfed the combat arena in purple flames. Both of these battles absolutely popped with visual flair and challenged me to continually mix up my approach as each boss intensified their assaults.
That's the type of shit I like, though. When a boss gets stronger with you during the fight.
Gwendolyn's armor-suited allies aren't just handy friends to have in battle. A number of their unique abilities can also be employed while exploring the world around her.
Speaking of which, here comes practice.
Why is
The
there
Archer
only 3 of
boars
them?
Can be used to fire rope arrows
All the
in
time,
order
it's
to
just
create
3.
new paths with zip lines. Or to fire a cleaving bolt to tear through ropes that may be suspending treasure chests from a ceiling.
Exactly what I need.
So you're gonna have
Meanwhile,
armor and
the
armor
burly
bonuses
Palamedes
probably.
has more useful functions than a smartwatch, since he can punch through cracked walls or lift heavy doors to open up hidden rooms, as well as drag stone columns or raise heavy crates to create a platform towards objects that are otherwise out of reach. The implication is that each spectral knight that Gwendolyn recruits to her cause will open up new methods for navigating Tides of Annihilation's environments, potentially leading to a Metroidvania-style structure where you're consistently given reasons to revisit earlier areas in order to unlock secrets that were previously inaccessible. Exploring off Gwendolyn's path of destruction.
To answer my question from earlier, and well, my concerns from earlier, just from the basic movements and stuff that I do see, it does not look like we're gonna have an interesting way to traverse. We're just gonna have an interesting way to unlock secrets, which is okay. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? It would have just been cool. You feel me?
Also rewards you with optional combat challenges and even additional boss fights.
There has to be
When
a
I
reason we're
wandered
only
into the
seeing 3 at a
museum's Chinese
time.
gallery, I got a cryptic clue from an NPC about a cursed fiend prowling the building's halls.
Must be a nasty sort for you to single him out.
And by tracking him down, I was eventually drawn into a fierce battle against a samurai surging with electricity. Later on, after I'd shifted into the desert realm, I explored the sand surrounding the museum only to be set upon by a particularly tough tormentor
Why am I
who
yawning,
was able
bro?
to tear portals through time
Friday.
and space
Wake
in
the
order to
fuck up.
perform devastating darting attacks that ambushed me from opposing sides of the arena. Elsewhere, there was the odd environmental puzzle to pause and ponder over, including a pretty novel brain teaser that involved manipulating the pieces on a giant double-sided chess set. Aside from being fun in their own right, completing these optional puzzle and combat-oriented challenges earns Gwendolyn everything from more damaging swords to sturdier sets of armor, as well as special badges that can be equipped to grant her additional buffs. When I was felled during a gravity-defying platforming section right at the climax of the Mordred encounter, I was certainly glad that I'd equipped the badge that brought Gwendolyn back to life with half her health, so that I was able to keep calm and carry on with the rest of the fight.
That's why you don't yap and let the video
While
finish,
Gwendolyn's
bro.
suite of controls felt supremely responsive and flexible for the most part, I did sense some minor restrictions with her movement that I hope are remedied ahead of Tides of Annihilation's eventual release. Namely, her sprinting speed feels in need of a substantial boost. since shifting from a walk to a run only feels like a fairly modest change in pace.
Ooh, that's
Similarly,
the
her
shift.
agility in the air appears in need of some tweaks, because at present she's a bit too beholden to the bounds of gravity. I wouldn't say that Gwendolyn even has a double jump, it's more like a 1.5 jump at best. And that made some platforming sections feel ever so slightly stiff as a result. However, my biggest complaint after my short time with Tides of Annihilation is that I honestly wish it had lasted for longer, and that can only be a good sign.
That is
Especially
good.
since so many of the awesome
I felt the same way about
encounters that have
Onimusha.
been teased in previous trailers, including the looming Shadow of the Colossus-inspired giant knights that double as both intense platforming challenges and breathtaking boss fights, were completely absent from this hands-on build. Indeed, there's clearly still much to learn about this alluring action-adventure that's currently in development for PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, including its release date. It's yet to be officially announced, and if I had to guess, I wouldn't expect it before mid-2027 at the earliest. But if this fantastic
2027 is
first taste
fine,
anything
though.
to go by, then Tides of Annihilation seems likely to grip me harder than a knight trying to pull a sword from a stone. For more IGN previews,
I don't need any more. Hey, bro, listen. So pretty much everything that I had a concern about, he talked about at the end. She seems slow. She seems slow. It doesn't seem like she moves very fast. I do hope that they change that shit by the time that the video that the game does drop, bro. Outside of that, bro, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Again, I'm about to put a spoiler warning at the beginning of the video for the people who don't want to get spoiled for the 3 bosses they showed me against my will. But yeah, bro, let me know what y'all think about Tides of Annihilation. Will y'all be getting the game? Is it a pass for you? Is it a must for you? I don't know. Let me know. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. Thank you.